me once in your worthless life, because if you did, you'd see I'm trying to teach you some simple responsibility, some pride in doing a job well done. But you wouldn't know a job well done if you paid someone to do it for you, and even then you'd screw it all up on the account that you can't even follow the simplest of the instructions, worrying more about looking cool than doing your job.
You know, guys, after my last video, it really got me thinking, and first of all, very quickly, I'm sorry that the Scat Master has so many different thoughts on Call of Duty, especially when they're negative, and especially when I'm doing nothing but talking shit for fun. Let me tell you guys, I have class in about an hour and a half, and I got up early and decided, you know what, I want to go face this microphone and start talking shit. So that's what I'm gonna do. Guys, in my last video, we talked about the possibility and seemingly the confirmation of Modern Warfare 2019 Part 4, and surprisingly, there was a lot of people that were on the Scat Master's side. Now, usually when I talk about this specific series, the Infinity Ward and Modern Warfare fans typically get pretty upset with the Scat Master. And don't get me wrong, there was a few of them in the comments section, but you know, you read their comments, you laugh at them, and then you keep it moving. Guys, it's starting to seem like a lot of people are actually leaning towards the side of not wanting Infinity Ward as developers. And I'm specifically thinking about this because if we're getting more Modern Warfare titles, and Sledgehammer is already confirmed to be making the next one, guys, genuinely, what is the point of having Infinity Ward as developers? And I know that sounds like the most obvious question, and here's an even more obvious one. Does Infinity Ward even deserve to have fucking jobs at this point? I mean, their last two titles, especially for me, MW 2019, but what it seems like is a lot of more people dislike MW 2019 Part 2. Why the fuck do these bozos deserve jobs? These games fucking suck, and before somebody says, oh, well, you're still putting it in the background, you're still playing the video game. Listen here, you fat dog shit fuck. This gameplay that you're watching might as well be as old as your fucking grandmother. Do you understand? If I had the physical copy of this game, I would have snapped that dusty bitch in half and sent it over to Activision on some fucking Vanguard shit. You're real if you know that reference, by the way. Guys, these gameplays are old. I haven't touched this game in the better part of like a month entirely. But that's besides the point. Guys, it seems like more people are finally agreeing with what the Scat Master's saying, where Infinity Ward does not deserve to be developers anymore. Maybe they can make campaigns in the future, but I'm telling you guys right now, if Sledgehammer some way somehow succeeds with the next Modern Warfare title, which shouldn't be difficult at all, I mean, they're banking off of one of the most iconic franchise names in the goddamn history of gaming. If they succeed with the next title and more fans are fucking with that as opposed to 2019 and 2019 Part 2, why the hell wouldn't Sledgehammer Games just take the reins for the upcoming Modern Warfare titles in the future? You understand what I'm saying? Because what it sounds like is MW 2019 Part 3 is just an edited, patched, updated version of 2019 Part 2, and I've already said this multiple times. Had Infinity Ward just listened to the feedback that we've been giving them for months, and even years if you want to talk about 2019, then their last two installments would have been god-tier titles. Possibly at least. But no, Infinity Ward as developers notoriously have this weird ego to them, this weird vision where they don't give a flying fuck what anybody has to say. As long as you're pouring out money and you're licking their gooch, they don't care what you have to say. The game made $1 billion and then they seemingly gave up on it, talking about, oh, we're happy and content with the state of the game back in February when we didn't even have any original DLC content. Do you guys remember this? Tell me, please, if the next Modern Warfare title succeeds by Sledgehammer Games, why on God's green earth should Infinity Ward be allowed to be developers going forward? They already tarnished the Modern Warfare title with the last two installments that they had. If Sledgehammer Games somehow makes something moderately decent, which, okay, don't get it twisted, I have no faith in Sledgehammer Games, but if I'm comparing Sledgehammer to Infinity Ward, right now, it's the battle of the shitters. On any given day, one of them could be more stupid than the other, and one of them could make a better decision than the other. Do they both still suck ass? Yes, of course. But at least Sledgehammer Games is making an attempt, an effort, to undoing the damage that Infinity Ward created for literally no goddamn reason. Now look, I know what a few of you guys might be thinking. Yo, Fooly, right now it sounds like you're just hating to hate. And I'm not gonna lie, you're absolutely goddamn right. I despise the Infinity Ward developers. I mean, these fat pigs can't do shit right, and I'm sorry if I'm being mean, okay? I am shameless as fuck, okay, if you have not noticed. The Infinity Ward devs are actually useless baboons. They do not deserve jobs working on Call of Duty multiplayer experiences. Campaign? Sure, why not? But in terms of multiplayer games, you realize that this next Call of Duty that is coming out has literally built all of their hype on nothing but undoing and talking about undoing all of the things that Infinity Ward did. I've made this point before, but guys, aside from undoing what Infinity Ward did, what is hyping you up for this next game? Oh, and don't get me started on this whole, oh, well, it's MW2 2009 remastered. Guys, we could have had this shit years ago. There was literally rumors of MW2 remastered since back in like 2019 and 2020. And don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. You absolutely do. They've had the shit planned and at least blueprinted for years, and did not start working on it until they realized that Infinity Ward fucked up their own 2-year title. Not only have they messed up their own plans for a 2-year title, they took all of your money, right? They made $1 billion off of this game in the first week and then did nothing for the upcoming months. At Call of Duty Next, they're talking about, oh, Infinity Ward heard your feedback loud and clear and they're making adjustments. Cap! All of it was a lie. So what do we know about Infinity Ward? They're liars. They have this weird ego where they just ignore people and just disregard feedback all the goddamn time. They're lazy. They're not original whatsoever. And on top of that, they're being made to look like the class fucking clown because the next game is literally just downplaying everything that Infinity Ward just did. Guys, how do they deserve jobs? If we're talking between Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games, yes, of course, Infinity Ward has so many bangers under their belt just by default because of the original MW trilogy. Sledgehammer Games, they have significantly less games to their name. But I'll tell you one thing, if they can piggybank off of what Infinity Ward built as an engine, as an entity, and just undid the Infinity Ward aspects of it. Look, I said I have no hope for Sledgehammer Games and for the next MW title, but it shouldn't be too hard for them to do better than 2019 and 2019 Part 2. And I know the Infinity Ward fans, they do not like it when I talk shit about 2019. I'm telling you right now, it's not because I'm bad at the game, it's not because I'm broke, I don't know what other excuse you want to make. That game sucks a fucking mandingo, and you're not going to convince me otherwise. And if you like that game, it's okay, everybody swings their own way, but the reality is, the Scat Master could stop playing Call of Duty for an entire month straight, which I have, and go back to MW 2019, a game that feels different, a game that plays a little differently, and first game on, I would take a fat steamy shit on you, and then pass you over to Bobby Cosby, and who knows what happens from there. This is not a skill issue, this is not a monetary issue, I am simply telling you the truth. The truth is, 2019 blows ass, 2019 Part 2 blows 0.1% less ass, and we've yet to see with 2019 Part 3, but there's a chance that it blows even less ass. And in that case, why the fuck do we even have Infinity Ward? Why not just let Sledgehammer Games take over for the Modern Warfare series from here? I understand there are certain aspects of 2019 and 2019 Part 2 that are moderately decent, such as the campaign. Why not just let Infinity Ward create the campaigns and let Sledgehammer do the whole like revising for multiplayer? Do you guys not think that's just a better way to go about these titles instead of having like Infinity Ward as developers just lie to you or say no to you up front for no goddamn reason? Let's not forget, guys, they said no to the red dots on the minimap and dead silence as a perk because they said the game plays better without them. How the flying fuck would anybody know how the game plays with them if they've never been in the game? And now we're about to see in 2019 Part 3, and that's not me saying I'm looking forward to that game. Like I said before, guys, I am not purchasing that game. I will do the nastiest, most belligerent shit ever to obtain that game without paying a single cent for it. Mark my words, if that game happens to be better than 2019 and 2019 Part 2, Infinity Ward should be fired, they should be demoted, they should become the fucking custodians over at Activision headquarters, so the next time I send over a broken copy of a Sledgehammer Games, they can receive it face to face. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Do you think Infinity Ward should continue being developers going forward? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
It's been a very long time since the weekend. It's been a